Alright, good morning. It is Artificer Larry. It is super fucking late. Um, Part of this was absolutely me getting distracted by armor crafting because I was like, I keep not doing this! And then I, you know, wasn't kidding when I said it takes me forever to craft armor, so here we are. I'm gonna finish putting this armor together here. Because I have a whole bunch of things that I ripped off of the armor that everybody was wearing, and now nobody's got their stuff still. Good morning, alien. About time, right? Wait. Where am I? Cole, where is your armor? There is your armor. So one of the things that I did... Oh, right! Okay, that did do what I wasn't sure I could expect it to do. Okay. One of the things that I did was I did a bunch of... Like, Cole right now is technically wearing heavy armor. That is one of the warrior armor sets. It's just crafted with silverite, which removes all class restrictions. So, I wanted to do that. It is technically not about... It's not as strong as the rogue armor at this level, because I could have made him like 288, I think, if I had gone with regular rogue armor, but then I was like, I have a melee rogue. Let's go with a slightly lower armor rating and better everything else. That is a fair point. This is about your usual time, isn't it? I think MH is going to wander in at some point and be like, where the hell were you an hour ago? Which, honestly, is fair. What else? Finally gave everybody their sigils and nonsense. Varric actually has plain old regular rogue armor. So I guess he's getting... Oh, I hate that, though. I love his weird boots. It's fine. He gets 5 willpower. I'm gonna... Like I said, I'm gonna finish doing what I started doing before all of this nonsense. Neither of them needs cutting. That's the trip right there. That's the ticket. Okay, it's fine. Got a whole bunch of weird shit. Okay, Bull's fine. Tali's fine. Cassandra's fine. Sarah... Did she have a sigil? I don't think she had a sigil. Either that or I gave it to Varric by accident. Dorian. Dorian's the one that's missing all of his things. I don't care for fire resistance, and also that made your boots more boring. But they're sleek, so we'll go with it. Cole is good. Vivienne is wearing the same armor that she was before. Solus is good. Varric is mostly good, except those colors, man. Missed Friday because work called me in early. Yay! Oof. Yeah, like, right now, So I just found out that my workplace is going to be closed for the next week, which makes absolutely perfect sense because, come on, you can't martial arts in close proximity with people and expect this to not go really badly, but also I'm going to lose my fucking mind. I'm just gonna go stir crazy here. That's the thing that I didn't check. I didn't check out... Yes, I did, because I decided that Caliban was too thematic. Okay. sell all the extras. I actually took Tali out of the armor set that I've had her in for the entire game because I was like, I want to go with the dwarven armor, and then I realized that my most of the characters, like, I put 2 of them in the same armor that she had been wearing anyway, so Varric. Varric is the one that I really want to have his stuff tinted. Varric and Dorian. They're the 2 where I'm like, I'm so sorry I've done this to you. Yeah, the metal is fine. It is literally just the leather for him. I'm like, I don't want to put him in white. I can't do it. Should set up a cards against something to alleviate boredom. Oh my god, right? So the thing about that, I think if you're thinking like Six's server the way she used to do it, I think the problem was that that site is no longer in operation. So we'd have to find a place to do it. You know, I expected that to be nice, but I kind of hate it. Yeah, fuck it. Bear hide it is. Nice matte brown. Is this gonna change his... Yes, this is going to change his pants, because his pants are fucking weird. I am a picky bitch. Ooh, I like lamb's wool. Lamb's wool goes nicely. Let's do that. And then Dorian. Oh, Dorian. This is the strongest armor I can make for him, but also, oh my god. Taking over this channel as a new Inquisitor of the Scout Harding fan club. No, excuse you. Tali is the president of the Scout Harding fan club at this point. The leader. No. Denied. I love Scout Harding. Okay, I need to... There we go, that one. We need branch HQ. Well, I mean, I suppose... Ooh, Dorian looks excellent in green. I remember being, like, really excited when I found that out. I have done some weird shit with Dorian's armor before, man. We'll go green. Green is my favorite color. Green is one of my favorite colors. And then you actually do get a little bit of a change with the secondary, because you can see it like up by his face, which is really nice. But I can't see what color it is except on his ribs. Because of course not. I like ring velvet. I like the color of ring velvet. We'll go with that one. And then that was metal, and that was leather. What is the leather? Oh. You know, I really love that color combination in real life, but I'm not sure it's a Dorian color combination. We'll keep the leather where it is. That looks good. Faustian velvet. I don't know. I've never been able to pronounce that, and also I don't think there's an A in it. Yeah, no, it's Fustin. I don't know. I don't know. Anyway. So all that shit has been done finally. Oh yeah, no, there's no A, but you were otherwise very close. Okay. Let's go get started in the Frostbacks. I'm gonna dump a bunch of upgrades that I just realized I haven't sold yet into my storage. Because I don't need literally any of that. I'll need that later. It is green. I love green. It's a good green. but that one on some armor sets has a light geometric pattern. I like the brighter green. I don't know. But yes, that one and the Evernet wool are usually what I have. Wait, was it Evernet wool? No, I think that one's gray. Anyway, that is usually the one that I go to for green, but I changed my mind. Minimum suggested level 4 levels ago. Oh my. Oh, this is from Kenrick. Hang on. Let me see if I can find my my Starkhaven accent here. To Ambassador Josephine Montillier, thank you so much for your earlier correspondence. I confess it's been difficult to get those in Orlais to take this discovery seriously in light of recent events, but I'm positive that scouting the Frostback Basin will yield historic discoveries beneficial to both the academic field and the Inquisition. As a staunch supporter, I am honoured to be working in such great company on this historic occasion. Yours, most sincerely, Professor Bram Kenrick, University of Orlais. Emil Cartha wants me to use Antom Sar armor on the human male Inquisitor. I have only seen that in pictures because I didn't bother buying it, but I understand. You have a very pretty Inquisitor, so yes. The University of Orlais has vouched for Professor Kenrick. If he says there is something worthwhile in the Frostback Basin, we should investigate. Let's go! Thank you. No, thank you for making your eye candy Inquisitor. I mean, we've searched, scouted, that's a scouted, Scout Harding. We've scouted the region and set up camp. Professor Kenrick has the scouts gathering anything they can find. So far, we've uncovered a lot of very old buckles. Hopefully, this yields something more exciting. Anyone who comes here should be ready for hostile wildlife and angry Avar. This place is dangerous. Scout Harding. This is why I just spent entirely too long upgrading my armor. Making them pretty took days. I bet. Aw, thank you, Bal. So here's the funny thing about that. You mentioned that. I've been trying, and this, honestly, this might be the time to do it. I've been trying to set up, a Dragon Age, tabletop for a while with a particular group of friends, and I'm missing some information from them, and I probably need to give them more information on some things. So there's I got some shit, and it's halfway planned. I need Bull in my party for this. Solus doesn't have a lot because of spoilers. I don't think I've brought Vivienne before. Have I brought Cole? We're gonna go Cole. I don't expect Vivienne to have much to say. I'm not gonna have Dorian in my party very much for this, so I might as well bring him now, I guess. I don't know. Also, Bal, I finally tried the Earl Grey Moonlight, like, as we speak, that's what I'm drinking, and it's very good. The citrus smell was literally just in the bag. It's a lot more mellow than I was expecting, too. It's really nice. I've been drinking so much Earl Grey in the last couple of days, which is not usually my MO. I'm usually like, chai! Give me my vanilla chai! And also this other black tea, and also like 5 herbal teas, but I have a lot of Earl Grey and I have a lot of Irish breakfast tea, so I'm gonna go through not just chai, especially since I have a lot of studying to do in the next few weeks, and not a lot else. Earl Grey's your favorite. I would be hard-pressed to pick a favorite.
Inquisitor. Allow me to introduce Professor Bram Kenrick. He's the reason we're out here.
I just get so excited about tea.
Pleasure to meet you.
And then I only drink a couple of teas.
Professor Kenrick teaches at the University of Orlais.
I came
Like,
on an exchange
in practice,
program
if
from
you will.
Starkhaven. While in Val Royeaux, I've found something incredible. After 800 years, we may be able to determine the final resting place of the last Inquisitor.
That's exciting! I just realized how quiet my TV is. Hang on. At least for this particular game, because I turned down the game so that I can hear me, or so that you can hear me. Earl Grey is the one I always try to have on hand. I have like 3 of those. Just made iced green tea and honey. Ooh. I've tried so many times to like green tea, but I keep either oversteeping it like you wouldn't believe, which is, kind of my MO with tea, unfortunately, because I get distracted, or I end up finding ones that taste like grass in a weird way. Not like, this reminds me of a field, but it actually tastes like grass smells. And it's weird. I oversteep my tea almost, like, just constantly. All the time.
Say that Inquisitor Ameridan was a dragon hunter who vanished on his last expedition.
Yes.
Look at that armor.
Precisely.
That's such an excellent armor
Precursors to
set.
the Chantry. Inquisitor Ameridan stepped
So I
down
redid
and
everybody's
saw
armor.
the Navarran Court brought the Seekers of Truth into the
Everybody
Chantry.
except Vivienne has brand new armor.
Demons,
Vivienne,
dragons, and dangerous
I didn't change
apostates
because
in a
hers
time
is
before Templars
very,
even
very
existed.
recently made,
I'm
and
all for
it's
history if it means
pretty
tracking down the
optimized for her
equipment of a
class.
famous demon hunter.
So, let's get going.
How can we help you find Inquisitor Ameridan's resting place?
Your scouts
but
have
yeah,
gathered
there's
artifacts from the area.
I
They may
found
help us
a
discover what Inquisitor Ameridan
white
knew.
hibiscus
I have
tea
these as
with
well.
ginger
We've
and
encountered hostile Avar to the north. They
lime,
call
I
themselves
think,
the
and it
Jaws
just
of
tastes
Hakkon.
like fucking
There's also an Avar holds
ginger ale in tea form.
Unlike the Jaws of
So
Hakkon, they've been
that's
friendly so far.
that's a favorite right now. I
They're
found
hostile Avar who attack any Inquisition agents or researchers who get close.
let's
We've
see.
sent soldiers for defense.
The
but
Egyptian licorice
Hakkonites are
one
cunning,
I have
merciless.
mentioned in the
They know
past.
the
It
basin
is
better than we
it's
do.
an herbal tea.
I'm afraid our men
um,
will not be able to hold out long.
I thought we could catch up.
Of course.
There's like
They
a
say
little
you grew
bit
up in a
of
village. Where did you
licorice
learn how to
and
play?
citrus,
Or a bow?
and
All that.
mostly what I taste is like
Pick things up as a little
cinnamon
dwarf
and
girl in
spice. I
village
love
filled with
spice
hideous
teas.
Ferelden
And
boys.
then
No artist
the
could
the
play.
vanilla chai, and it's
Know
just
it
Bigelow
hurts,
vanilla
and it
chai.
takes them
It's
down quick.
the
There's a
most
dish or
boring,
two in my
but
day,
also I love
and a
chai
few,
tea, so it works for
you
me.
know, other things.
Do I like black
And archery?
licorice?
There was a traveling hunter who sent me out
Like
with my first
black
bow.
licorice itself, not so
Nice.
much.
After
But
that, I
the
practiced on my own.
Egyptian licorice tea
Hunt
isn't
squirrels
like
mostly.
overwhelming
Oh, and
with it.
Heinrich from next door, but
So-
only with packed arrows.
But I was talking to Baal recently, and that one, like that particular tea, like it smells utterly
My mother
bizarre
told
before
I
it's
insisted they move to
steeped.
Denver
Like
until
in the
Cyrus
package, it
was
smells
position.
utterly
Ambassador
weird, and like
Montoya
I have
tells
a
me I should invite them to Skyhold.
hypersensitivity to citrus, so all I smell when I smell the Egyptian licorice one is like
You know? It's not that
just
I don't trust you or our
a
soldiers.
small amount
It's just
of citrus
I
that's
just
actually in the
want them to
tea.
be
It's
safe.
all I smell.
And if that means they don't get to see things firsthand,
Licorice flavored
okay.
pastilles.
My mother likes
Pastilles?
writing letters anyway.
Pastilles? I don't even know what those are.
What do you think about the Avar?
when
But-
I was a little girl, a lady
And I
in
got
our village used to tell
a
me
very
Avar
similar
tales. Being able to see
like,
their lives
oh my god,
unfold.
citrus! This is probably not in the actual tea from the Earl Grey Moonlight that I'm drinking right
I
now.
was considering a proposal for Commander Cullen.
Kind of like mints, but
Have our
not mint
allies
flavored.
with
Interesting.
dwarven archers astride their shoulders.
Oh, like those weird I think I know what you're talking about now. Kind of like the like consistency of those like pillow mints. Is that what they're called? I'm about to talk over mayhem. Hang on.
All right, get it out of your system.
Mayhem!
I love that.
It's funny how a word loses its meaning when you say it enough times.
I always bring bull for that exact reason. Okay.
Have you spoken
Tastes
to
like you're
Kenrick
eating
much?
licorice when you suck on the. Ooh, interesting.
Quite nice,
Like
isn't he?
Altoids. Okay,
And
that makes
Trevor
sense.
really loves
So
his
so somewhere
books.
between like
I said hello
mint,
one day while
like
he had his
peppermint
nose
and
buried
pillow
in a
mint.
giant tome.
That makes
His
sense.
shriek was a winner.
Okay.
It's too funny.
How
But
do you
yeah,
like the
I
Frostback Basin?
It's lovely, isn't it?
this is
At
part
least
of
until you
the
step in
reason
all
I'm
the
like
poo.
I can't pick a favorite
Stuff's
tea because
vile.
I love
Makes great
tea
fuel for
so
starting
much.
fires, though. If you can tolerate the
I
smell.
just
I
usually
might
stick
suggest
to
that to the
like
commander.
a handful
It could
of
be
them,
great
and
for
then
sieges.
I try to always have those. But this is another one that I'm always torn on. Bogfisher poo for stink bombs for sieges. That would be cruel. Cullen's too boring. I hate to call out Cullen like that, but he is absolutely too boring. Then again, it would be effective.
The commander would never go for it.
Favorite
He's
community
too
keep on
dignified.
hand. Kosher
Mean
vegan.
uptight.
I
Sorry.
want
Tell him I said
that's the best. I love it when
What are your thoughts about our progress against
I don't have to
Gladius?
worry much about
The commander
things that
thinks
are
we're
like,
as ready as we'll ever be, and that we should strike soon. I don't know what's gonna happen
this will
after.
set off your food
One step at a time.
sensitivities. This will set
It's
off
the only way to
your
take this.
diet restrictions. This will whatever.
We'll continue this another time.
I love it when there's things where you just don't have to worry about that. Which are admittedly somewhat few and far between. I do not keep kosher. I don't bother. Part of it is, like, honestly, I'm a vegetarian. Like, half of the kosher rules wouldn't apply to me anyway, because I don't have to worry about, like, where my meat comes from, 'cause I don't eat it, or mixing meat and cheese, because I don't eat meat. You know? So, like, meat and dairy together is not a thing that I have to worry about. You know? Oh, these are fun. Oh, not that one. That one's fine. Professor Kenrick has a fish that he apparently had a coworker look after. Also, I fed that fish, but I'm not talking to it for you. Poor fish. Oh god. A note affixed to a book entitled Sir Lothaire Vernet Dure's Victory and Dominion. Lady Harding, I could use the opinions of an expert. Though impressive, the victory outlined on the marked page could not have been achieved as stated. Bram Kenrick. Sure it could, if you had enough apples. Harding. I love weird shit like that, because it's like, why do you need apples? What victory was achieved via apples? How many bushels of apples did they drop on their enemies' heads? Harding Hightown? No. Colette. Ah, this is actual... A noodle incident, precisely. Pages of neatly written, painstakingly detailed notes fill a well-worn journal. The notes break midway through for a list. Addition to Frostback Basin. Preparation. I don't remember what Colette's accent is, because I think she's got this, like, weird in-between. So, whatever. Reread Finding a Meriden. Complete. Review notes on appropriate excavation methods. Complete. Practice categorization of minute material artifacts. Complete. Read book on Frostback Basin. Complete. Practice camping. Complete. Note. Bring a pillow. Reread An Anatomy of Various Terrible Beasts. Complete. Learn defense. Cannot find willing instructor. Ask brothers for fencing defense lessons. Bad idea. Read book on survival and defense. Complete. Bring towels. Packed. A few idle swirls follow, along with a tiny sketch of an elf defending a stack of papers from various terrible beasts. The caption reads, Fieldwork. For flavor. The lore. So much lore. Yes! Always know where your towel is. Inquisitor Meriden. So this is like relevant to this DLC. This is I love this DLC so much. So fucking much. Is this also written by Kenrick? Because I think this is written by Kenrick. Whoever it is, they are fucking prolific. This is so long. It is Kenrix. Okay. You despise most of this DLC. Is it because of the mobs? Because I hate fighting the fucking mobs. But also, I love the plot of the DLC. It's just fucking hard. Yeah, no, I completely understand then, because it's, oh my god, fighting through this on Nightmare was a fucking nightmare. It is super grindy, but that's part of the reason I play all of the Descent DLC before I so much as consider going into Jaws of Hakkon, because I know that the mobs are ridiculous. Hold that thought. What is known about Inquisitor Maradin would barely fill a page. He was a friend of Emperor Draken. He was Inquisitor when the Seekers of Truth folded themselves into the Chantry as part of the Navarran Accord, their order serving as a precursor to the Order of Templars and the Circle of Magi. Shortly after the Accord was signed, between 122 and 124 Divine, Ameridan left his position and departed, never to be seen again. These facts alone are undisputed. Everything else is uncorroborated hearsay, broad speculation, or salacious rumor-mongering. Tried to go in here first off when I got the DLC. Yeah, I understand that that would not work very well. It's, this area is pretty rough. Ameridan did not willingly cede power. Draken forced the Seekers of Truth to disband upon pain of death, then removed the Inquisitor rather than suffer rebellion in the new Chantry's ranks. This was the salacious rumor-mongering that he was talking about. Ameridan was forced to retire due to the still young Chantry's restrictions requiring celibacy, as he was involved in a relationship with a mysterious lady mage that the Chantry erased from history. Ameridan was a rowdy noble who cared more for raucous entertainment than for the Seekers. He held the position only because Draken wanted a royal friend commanding the order, and when the Seekers became part of the Chantry, Ameridan was free to retire to a life of hunting dragons and wenching. Any of these stories may be true, and without more evidence we have little hope of ever reaching a clear determination. Nevertheless, I would offer a few notes that are often overlooked as scholars delve so deeply into their own historical specialties as to lose key context. Firstly, Emperor Draken, rightly acknowledged as the man who molded the Chantry into the organization it is today, was a pious man, committed to spreading the chant of light and creating a world where magic and men were governed by Andrastian principles. All sources agree that Ameridan was a close friend of Draken, and while it is certainly possible that Ameridan was more pragmatic than pious, it is highly unlikely that Draken would have befriended a figure who was actively opposed to the Chantry, much less tolerated a man holding a position of power in the growing Orlesian Empire. Yes, wenching. Secondly, Inquisitor Maradin was universally acclaimed as a powerful combatant, regardless of his supposed faith or lack thereof. Rumor mongers suggesting Ameridan was exiled ask us to believe that Emperor Draken could see no use for a powerful warrior with the years of command experience. Given that the Second Blight had been a fact of Orlesian life for more than 15 years at the time of Ameridan's disappearance, with darkspawn pouring from the Anderfells into northern Orlais in growing numbers, it is frankly absurd to suggest Draken would casually dispose of such a military asset. Without further evidence, we may never know more about Ameridan's departure. Nevertheless, I hope that we may eschew. I've never known how to pronounce that word. I think I did this last time too. I hate that word. The currently popular cynicism, at least when obvious evidence against it is presented, to see that his disappearance must have had some other cause. S2, that's what I see from what you just typed. Not gonna lie. And I do not think that that is quite... Are you for real? Is that how it's pronounced? Pronounced like chair? That's terrible. I hate this. I believe you guys, but I hate this. That's terrible. I hate it. Yeah, I usually do that, but I try not to do that in the middle of a stream. So, and then by the time I'm done with a stream, I forget about it because this is always at the very beginning, so... Yeah. I'm so annoyed. Okay. Like I said, I believe you, but also, meh. Questions of accuracy, ... that moved against them, while halted by the light from her most assured hand. It was then that she took her own counsel in ways best not set forth here, and led the party away. Did Ameridan's eyes seek hers among those assembled as he relayed the events which led them here? If she stood among us, I did not know her, yet his hand moved slightly at his side, as my own does when my wife is near. Oh, this is probably not a lady. And I seek wordless comfort in the touch of her fingers. We had all heard the whispers. Did he say her name in the telling? Would he have dared? Times were different, but have they changed so much? Excerpt from the writings of Lord Beskund. Not a lady. First put to the page in 148 Divine. A letter follows. Kenrick, this is a precise copy. The preceding pages were lost or removed ages ago. Beskund makes no further references to this woman, although Meriden comes up several times later on. Beskund's writings, as they pertain to Inquisitor Meriden, are not entirely unknown, although you're unlikely to find them among Chantry records. Their validity is largely dismissed. Some have questioned whether the so-called Light and Council reference magic or holy insight, and of course Beskund wrote down his impressions many years after the fact. The author's own wife brought accuracy into question when she admitted her husband was recalling his youth in the Orlesian capital through nostalgia and age-distorted memory. I believe her admission is part of official Chantry record. Best of luck, M. Okay. Hey, Kenrick! Talk to me.
Lady I mean, Scout Harding has...
You can call her Lady Harding, that's fine.
Her people brought back a number of artifacts.
It's so dark in here, how do you see? Harding is a good scout.
If you need something tracked, Scout Harding is your woman.
Damn right.
If only
Including the
that
Inquisitor, probably.
After 800 years,
Either
we can
one,
just look
in
at
fact.
tracks. Barring enchantment, cloth and leather will have long since rotted away. Only metal and stone remain recognizable. Complicating this are recent pieces the Avar left behind.
Recent
and, of
pieces.
course, ancient pieces dating back to Tevinter. Fortunately, thanks to some period-specific buckling, I've been able to track our last Inquisitor.
I love that sentence because it is the most archaeological thing he says. Thanks to some period-specific buckling, you're... like... okay.
You said there were pieces dating back to Tevinter.
Yes, while it's rare to
Buckles!
see Tevinter
So many
ruins
buckles!
far south,
All of the buckles.
Imperium once had an outpost of some sort.
This is actually... and it's completely fair of him to be like, Tevinter buckles, specifically, because... From what I've seen, between Dorian and the Venatori and the Red Templars,
You lost me at buckling.
Tevinter people do wear a lot of buckles. It's true. I feel like Kunari should maybe, you know, wear more buckles and wrap shirts and things. Nice clothes! Hooray! You found a thing.
Uses a clasp that wasn't invented until the dawn of the Orlesian Empire. And when it comes to historical research, you might say we have to buckle down.
Hilarious.
What do you have, Professor?
I love Kenrick. He's such a nerd.
Shore not far to the south. There was some sort of battle near the shoreline. They were in a hurry. The scouts reported an island near an Avar fishing camp, but the Avar won't say much about it.
I just thought of something. I make like profile index cards for a bunch of characters so that I can more easily reference things when I'm writing. And I'm just like, I could make index cards like that for all of my NPCs that I could throw into this dragon game, and I have a notebook that I could use, and now my brain is just like, wee. So most likely what I'm gonna end up doing, because surprise, I am also off of work for at least a week. I'm not looking forward to that. I'm gonna be going stir crazy by like 2 days from now. But I'm hoping to use some more of my time for crafting and, you know, making an emote in case I get 5 more followers in short order. Or more likely 6, because like I said, I had to ban one of those people, so I suspect that is... I don't think they're going to count toward my follow count. Most of these folk have been
Hakkon barbarians,
have either at least stopped in or hung out a little bit in chat.
probably a local
But,
superstition.
you know, one of them was an 11-year-old that I did not want
I'll find a way to that
on
island and see
my
if there's anything
channel, which
useful
is
there.
marked mature, without parental guidance. So,
With luck, we'll both find some answers.
no, no child,
Also, one of
you
my
cannot
researchers
watch me
this
play
spring
Assassin's Creed and
was
swear
investigating an old structure
constantly.
to the north.
Like that.
I'm not certain it's
I
related
am
to
not
our
here to babysit.
investigation, but it couldn't hurt to check with her.
Anyway. Yeah. But yeah, so I'm gonna be... Oh, and, I... This fucking... This week off of work... A little, for other reasons, because now I'm like, yay! I got my, stream set up all funded and everything, and now I don't get paid for a week. So... Outside Skyhold unequipped armor will result in invisible bodies. Formal wear replacement does not work in Halam Shiral. What? That's... Wow. Is that like one of your mods isn't working, or is that just the game? Because that's intense. I've never seen that problem. But I don't play on PC either. Do I remember this? Oh, I do remember that. Oh, shit, wait. Dorian's still in my party. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna... Oh my god. Okay, so, I didn't realize that Cole has got, like, a backless shirt on. That is so, like... Is his shirt on backwards? What? That's weird. Okay, I was just gonna look at how nice everybody's armor looks, because I haven't actually... Dorian looks so good in green. And the turquoise is a I like this. I like this a lot. But also, he needs to get the fuck out of my party. I love him, but he is not equipped for this area. There are some specific rifts that I don't want him anywhere near because there are fucking pride demons, but... I'm just picturing Cole wearing a wrap shirt, putting it on like a hospital Johnny for some reason. Those things are fucking evil, for the record. Oh, hi MH. I missed you among Avery's messages there. Let's see. Do I actually... I definitely want Cole. I might go Vivienne and Solus. Try that. We'll see how it goes. See how this works with the first rift, which shouldn't be too awful. At some point, I will also have to craft everybody weapons. But I don't want to spend too much time being ridiculous and indecisive, so I'll do that. No! I want you to target the critter right in front of you. Fucking right. There we go. Fear demons! Oh man. I hate how they move. Shops at pasta. You know, that's not a huge surprise. Alright, that didn't take any time. Surprisingly enough. No. Denied. Spell purge. I love that skill. I didn't expect to care about that skill, but I love that skill. It's so useful. Yeah! Oh man. Despair Demon and wonderful. Okay. Here we go. Let's go. Where'd it go? Where'd it go? No, not the Despair Demon! Not the Fearling! No! God damn it. There we go. No! Let me target you! You bastard! There we go. Yay! I did it. Okay. This is, not going as well as it could be, but that's okay. It's fine. Oh my god, there's 2 Despair Demons, no wonder. Fuck you! Yo! No! Is what straining the pasta or something else? Are you making an economy pun? Like this is straining the economy? Because that's what I read out of. So let that health. What is it? Solus. Oh my god, it's way over there. It's also dumb. Yay! Did it. Boom. Here they make fake pasta out of mushrooms. Aw, come on. Impasta. I'm so mad. How dare you? Which, of course, that means that it's a well-made pun, but also... Damn it, Avery. Terrible. Okay. I don't have my iPad out. Actually, and that's a thing that I should mention. One of the things that I was looking at, was trying to see if I could attach all of the streaming setup once I get it to, also my, sure, my pen display. And, basically, I have the correct amount of ports to be able to do it, but I'm not sure that my MacBook could handle that many things being attached to it at once. So we'll see. Oh, that's right. I have Vivienne with the Ring of, I think. Of course it will. You say that, but my MacBook gets extremely hot if I'm just... Oh my god. Well, okay, that wasn't what I wanted. My MacBook gets extremely hot if I try to... Even if I'm just trying to run my pen display off of it. Because it's just a MacBook. It's not a desktop. I'm concerned that even with my laptop fan, it will have a little bit too much energy coming out of it to run properly. But oh, it's here already? I gotta kill a critter that I didn't realize was already here. Where's that Fade Touch lurker? He's in the back there. I didn't realize these were already. No, MacBooks do not suck. I just bought the thing going, I'm gonna use this for school, and then I'm using it for school. So... I'm using it for things I did not initially plan to problem here. use this for school stuff, and for the most part, I am using it for school stuff, but I also stream, which I didn't when I bought the MacBook. So that's a new thing. But also, anything else that was even remotely close to within my price range would have not been all that much better. And then I would have had to deal with Windows, which was specifically the thing that I was trying to get away from. So, you know, hard disagree. You know, do I think that Apple is a good company? Fuck no, I don't. But I know what I'm getting, I know what I'm paying for, and I can use the things that I have to do the things that I initially wanted to do. That's what I care about.
It often travels with the veil is thin. Many creatures avoid such places.
They're so cute. Like, there's so many in Dragon Age where I'm like, I love them. They're so fucking weird, but I love them. Like, lurkers, bugs, and what was the other one? It was a curious exploring lurker. It's a fade-touched lurker, because it was like, hey, there's some shit going on. I'm gonna look around, and then it got fade-touched. Because that's what happens. And then you get fade-touched lurker scales, which are useful. I don't need this Everite. I don't know why I'm collecting it, except that it's a tier 3 crafting material. I have so much Everite, though. Everite and Stormheart. I somehow ended up with like 247 Stormheart. I have no idea how that happened. Okay. How am I? No, I guess that does make sense. However, I do have to go, like, up here-ish, because there was stuff up here. And I think this is the first place you find, Veil Quartz. I do have to remember that there's more dragon materials that I can use for crafting back in the roads. But I mostly know that already, so that's fine. Veil Quartz. Over here, somewhere. It is super pretty. So it is, it's a tier 4 crafting material, like the dragon stuff. But it's like bright fucking green, which is the best. Oh, and there's a body. Hello. With a Tevinter, I mean, not a Tevinter weapon, a Kunari weapon? Okay. I guess. What is up there? What am I missing? You stuck. No. Yeah. 2 bodies, yes. Xbox Series X will come with 1 terabyte NVMe SSD. Okay. A terabyte is a hell of a lot better than what it used to come with for storage, so that's, you know, helpful, but it's not that. Also, it's not HDD. I don't... You gotta like H. I am tech illiterate. Hard drive. Oh. You know. I am aware that SSD is a solid state drive with the extra D.
Is a complex creature to draw upon so many different sources of power. He has his own magic. He draws from the Blight. The artifact he carries is elven. And now he uses a demon to create a false calling to fool the mages.
The
And
false
almost
calling was
at the
white
end.
magic. The demon merely amplified its power.
This ancient magister is like a man drinking from 3 wine glasses at once.
And one of the glasses is poisoned.
Just one? Me sitting in a room with an 8 meg PS2 memory card. I remember 1.4 megabyte floppy disks. Oh my god, right? Like, and like the fucking noise those used to make, right? Oh, okay. I just alright. I as like drive. It's not a disk drive. Hard drive. No. My OS was the floppy disk. I know. I have these memories also. Yeah, blah blah. Hakkon's glory, bullshit. Oh. I don't want to be on the river yet, do I? Hang on. Hang the fuck on. That's where that one is. Alright, cool. Yeah. There we go. It worked! Voice screeching. I'm sorry, there's people home, so I'm trying to make sure that I'm getting heard. You know. Yeah. I have a pissy little headset microphone that I'm working with, so I don't know what it picks up. It certainly doesn't have any noise gating, so Android phone was running out of space and realized it only had a 4 gig card and it swapped it out for a 16 gig that I bought on clearance because the 16 gig was obsolete. I know, right? Like, I had a... God, what was my last Android? I think my last Android was 16 gig, and when I was buying the iPhone that I have now, which was also on clearance for the record, it was like someone was like, oh, you know, it's only a 32 gig iPhone, you can't really put a lot on it, and I was like, my that's twice as much as my current phone, I don't care. And I have like storage issues phone. I have, you know, God, I just haven't like. Alright, we're not doing Rifts Along the River yet. I need to do other things first. Still covet my audiobooks to make convert to make them even smaller, but I could fit them all on my phone in original audible format. I know, right? Oh my god. Windows 10 on the literal left, the update was available. I know. 32 is plenty if you don't store gallery stuff. Okay, but the gallery stuff, like my photos, I have like thousands of photos on my phone. I'm not fucking with you, and I am nowhere near the 32 gig. I need to clear out the shit in my phone, but I just haven't. Like, saying smart, but no. Oh, it aggroed the fucking. Is that? Wait, it's a tusket. That's not a bogfisher. That's. To the point after having my last laptop for honestly not very long. No, don't kill the tusket. Guys, no. Guys, no. Fuck. Hang on. Disengage. Do not kill the tusket. We don't need to. They don't attack. Fuck's sake. But I just the fucking. Oh, that's interesting. Yeah. sheer amount of bullshit that I ended up trying to go through with the laptop that I had, I was like, I'm not dealing with Windows 10, this is bullshit. And I've just continued to have those problems every time I use a 10 machine, including the one at work. It's like, alright, well, it's the worst. And it's not Vista. Was Vista the one that people hated? Vista was the one that people hated, right? I liked Windows 7, but can't run shit on Windows 7 anymore. So, it was like, this is not helpful. Only had one that was eating all the space. I have a photo that I upload regularly to free space. Yeah, I very much upload my photos, but I think I even have most of them. I just need to like put them on Google Drive or something at this point, because I'm always like, I don't want to have these not on my phone, because what if I end up talking about the concert that I went to that was fucking awesome, and I want to show off the photos because they came out really well. And they did, and that happened last week. So I'm like, clearly that I own. Okay, so put them on Google Drive, dumbass. I just haven't done it yet. It was the cheapest option. Auto saves. I didn't know that.
Kill the Inquisitor. What do these jewels of Hakkon have against me? Perhaps the friendlier Avar in the village Harding mentioned can shed some light.
That's interesting. I mean, I already have a Google Drive is the other thing, and I have a ton of free space in Google because there's nothing in it. So, why I shut it down during streams. Smart. Very smart. Microsoft offered me the best space deal. There you go. That makes sense. Yeah. One, two, and Oxy. Family members. That's impressive. I just don't like. First of all, I'm not gonna spend $70 a year when I don't need Microsoft Office. I bought, you know, a MacBook that comes with the equivalents because everything I need I can run off of my MacBook, and the programs were already unloaded onto the Mac. I don't need Office. So at that point, it's like, okay, I'm gonna not pay for things. That brings it down to you have 5 people paying in, but it's something I provide for my father, mother. Yeah, yeah. But again, it requires you multiple people paying into it. I don't have that option. So, no. I'm not. That's more. Okay. Like, I can just throw things onto my my external hard drive if I this. So, yeah. I also don't have friends, really. Like, I have a handful of in-person friends. But mostly it's like, work friend, school friend. I am positive that I care more about this person than they care about me. Okay. I have a handful of, like, in-person friends, but none of them live in the area, so... And they don't, you know, because we don't live in the same area, none of them make me a priority, so I'm like, I'm not making you a priority. But I have to get my vacation pics from last year onto the family Google Photo Drive. Yeah! Get that shit. This is not where I thought I was. Hmm. Yeah. Yeah, except Bal, I think the difference there is that you've told me that you've moved places. I've lived in the same place literally my entire life. I'm just shit at making friends. I I I'm not very good at like in connection as a general rule, which is part of the reason, you know. Is great for me because I can like pretend that I'm good at that and I don't get like judged because we're all a bunch of nerds on the internet. You know? Like da da da
Disney World's closed.
da da
That's me.
da da
Disney World's closed.
da 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 da. Okay.
Yep, it's crazy. Yep.
I don't make IRL friends because I never leave the house. Yeah, that's my challenge here is like I don't really leave the house except for school and work, both of which are closed right now. I'm gonna go fucking stir crazy within a week. Quarantines confuse me somewhat. It's just staying home. That's normal. But see that is exactly the opposite of how I am because I'm like I get no interpersonal interaction anyway. This is gonna take me down from very little to literally none. I hate this. I hate this. I hate this a lot.
What do you...
They feel like his friends and yeah. Yeah. I have a lot of really excellent online friends, but like it's nice to be able to like sit down and have tea for once in a while. Or, you know, play D&D in person. Or that's another thing. My had a plan, has currently a plan to meet in a couple of weeks, and now I'm like, I don't know if that's happening right now because the DM is in the high risk group, and then the rest of us are all in like social groups and bringing different kinds of germs to each other at the time. So I don't have any idea if this is going to happen. And that's kind of extremely upsetting to me because these are most of my favorite people in one room. So
You know, if it comes right down to it, I'm
yeah.
gonna have a little diaper pail next to my toilet. I'll destroy a towel and I'll clean it every day. I don't care.
No, and like, you know what? I'm not at the point where
Yeah, I saw that on
I don't
Good thing I didn't throw my I think it was orphan socks away.
I'm not at the point where I like would like to be in a crowd of people because I want to be in a crowd of people, but like a small group, I miss the people. I'm gonna go fucking stir crazy from here. I would stay and scroll social media all day if I could. No, don't do that. Even I like to occasionally go to a mall or fast food. Obviously, I won't be doing that now, but I'll see about a Discord D&D or something. Good chance to read. Yes. Yeah. No. Okay. Yeah. No. Well, same page. Same page. I'm just.
A little bit in market basket yesterday, but not a lot.
Yeah, and like I'm not. For me, it's like I'm not really. I'm not at risk, but that doesn't matter, because, you know, herd immunity is the problem here, and that's what people are not bothering with. Like, you have to keep other people safe in order for this to not be a problem. That's the problem here. So, yeah, it's a thing. Yeah, and like, so you know, coworkers over 55. I mentioned my DM. Most of the people that go to my synagogue the same night I do go on evening services instead of like morning services, or Sunday services are a thing for some people just because it's, you know, simpler to blend in on days when other people are going to church. But like the people that go on Friday nights like I do, most of them are over 60, you know? So it's like there's a handful of us that are younger people, and then most of the people that are there are over 50, and the rest of us, like, I was talking to, as a matter of fact, I was talking to a couple of the younger folk that were there. One of them is a social worker for elder poker guts. One of them is a social worker and works with people over 60, like, and the elderly, and like works in, I think he works in an assisted living home, maybe. But so he's worried about what works with, and you know, there's the other who actually is the other person that has the Honda Fit, where I was like, hey, courage, like, and but that person will work, but she works in this huge office, so she's going to be working from home because there's so many people that she could come into contact with all the time, some of whom work with the elderly. And then, like, I work ages, and, you know, my DM is over 50 and somewhat immunocompromised, and my let's see. Anyway, it's rough. No money for food at the mall. I mean, same. And I'm just like, I'm stressed out right now because I just bought a car, and suddenly I'm very glad that I didn't put more on the car, because next paycheck is going to be suddenly. It's not like I can't soak it right now, but at the same time, I was not planning to take, you know, a or long more. So just bought a car and won't really be able to use it for long. This shit. Most likely what I'm gonna end up doing is and like, here's the other thing. My brain is like, I've been wanting to see if my bike is fixable. I should go see if that's a thing, because I'm gonna be going fucking stir crazy, and I'm gonna want to ride my bike.
Would you find your magic affected at all by the fluctuations?
But at the same time,
Unexpected?
I don't
Given the energies
really
emanating from the rifts?
have an awful lot of
The same.
Have fun with it. Stay away. 6 feet away.
disposable funds at the moment. Because, like I said, if my job is not open, I am not getting paid. So I'm super reluctant to spend any money right now. Like, getting Clip Studio Paint the other day, because it was off instead of just like a splurge. I'm not gonna lie. And like, that 25 bucks, it's gonna cost a hell of a lot more than that to see if my bike is usable. That's not the button I want. Leave the Tusket. We gotta get this guy. Fuck you! Ah. Stop taking any potions. Why? No! I hate it when they do that. There. Fucker. No, because I just checked my potions and it said I had 7 out of 8, and the reserve is down at 2. So that doesn't make sense. She just didn't wanna, I guess. Okay. Where am I again? I am much further north than I thought I was. I guess I'm gonna zip around to this camp then. And then deselect the mission because I don't want to have to do that. Downside is that then Cole and Vivienne also lose their ridiculous amount of guard. But that also makes travel and like movement a lot faster. Because I can literally just fast travel to anywhere I have a camp. Oh, that's a bogfisher. I don't want to deal with this. Y'all. Y'all, no. Wider berth. Wider berth. I will deal with Gurguts. I do not want to deal with fucking bogfishers. I would rather deal with the Rift than fucking bogfishers. I cannot give that a wide enough berth. I'm also not actually going to deal with the Rift right now. Oh my god, bogfishers are the most ridiculous fucking critters. So the thing about bogfishers is that they tend to be, like, first of all, they're really easily aggroed, and they just have guard forever. Like, they will just, and they bowl you over while they're doing damage. They will just go right the fuck through you, and it is the worst. I'm gonna go close this rift. At least make use of the guard that my characters have. But it's like, it's insane. They're the fucking until I get to the side quest with a particular critter. It's a lot of fun. Called Nox Morta. I don't know if you remember that from the last playthrough, but it is the funny mission. Okay, not too bad. There's the fear demons. Fuck. Alright. Two fucking fear demons. Yeah. Anyway, for those of us that have got a forced quote-unquote vacation, anybody got any particular plans for your forced vacation? Any particular books that you want to read or games that you want to beat? Because I'm thinking I'm going to go all the way through one of my Zelda games. Either that or I'm going to get the rest of the way through Fire Emblem Warriors. But I'm having a lot of fun with Fire Emblem Warriors because I'm like, I want to know all the characters. Meanwhile, Zelda games I can just kind of tank. Reminds me of the old D&D pastime, fishing with the rogue, i.e. tie the 50-foot silk rope around the rogue and lower them into the unknown place and or water because the rogue probably has the best perception check and in older editions was the most likely to have skill points to swim. That's impressive. I'm entertained. I enjoy this greatly. Also, there's another rift over there. Through the tree. And it's like iridescent, so it looked orange for a second there. That was alarming. Gurgut? Just a Gurgut? Just a Gurgut. Sweet. Hey, asshole. Oh my god. Alright, well, that My mic did not pick up any of that. I forgot to Winter Nights just came out. Alright, once I'm disconnect and reconnect my mic briefly. Because I'm having some problems. Alright. Loot. Okay, give me 1 second here. Noise. Okay. Should be back. Yay! My rogue went swimming in a lake and met a denizen of the elemental plane of water. Wow. Negotiated a truce, but it could have very easily killed the whole party. Yeah, that's well done. And that, like, the other thing about that is, like, you really hope your rogue has diplomacy going on there. We had in the last campaign, we had a monk that was referred to as the Great Diplomancer, because, like, that was her thing, and my sibling is kind of a nut, so they come up with weird words for shit like that all the time. No, Bogfisher! No, 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 no! Abort! Abort! Y'all! Y'all! Disengage! Run! Okay, so I don't know if you saw that, but the other thing about the Bogfisher is that that motherfucker just took out all of Cole's guard in one hit. They suck. Different rope got lowered down a wall and get eaten by an invisible grill. Interesting. Run away! Run away! Accurate. Okay. Next. That's the other rift. And the other one is way the fuck down here, so I'm not going to deal with that. Not yet. We're going to deal with this rift, and then we're going to come down here, and then we're going to ignore, like, a third of this, because there's a giant in that area, and they're kind of a pain in the ass in Jaws of Hakkon. Most of Jaws of Hakkon is me running around and going, alright, mobs level me, but also I'm going to die, and then avoiding single enemies that are differently a pain in the ass. Also, notice, Pride Demon. This is why I don't have Dorian, because he's my electricity mate. This is me not dealing with it. Yeah. There's a couple of rifts on the river that are... There's like 3 Pride Demons in one of them, in one wave. So I think by the end of the rift, I think you have 5 Pride Demons in one rift. Because there's like 2 in one wave and 3 in the next, and it's just, it's absurd. It's ridiculous. Hey, asshole. There we go. Yeah. Alright. Oh, come on. I'm not chasing you. I'm a fucking warrior. I refuse to chase you. I might be better served by giving Vivienne that staff after all. Because, like, technically she's supposed to be melee, but right now I don't think it's worth it, because I think I need the extra damage. Ah, fuck off. I'm super not chasing you. I have to be close enough to the rift that doesn't close on me. Aw, man. Where did... What? There. Okay. Fuck you! Spell Purge! No! Rude. Fuck off. Are we quite finished? No. There's a Wraith over there. And a Despair Demon. And one over there. This is a pain in the ass. I hate this rift so much. Because every time I get anywhere near any of the critters, I'm like, I am about to run off the edge of my map. And also, that. This is a problem. Fuck you. Now are we done? Now we're done. Alright. Yay! Rift closed. And now we deselect that because the last rift is actually in the basin down here. I'm gonna zip back over here and replenish my potions and my regeneration potions because I'm a bonehead and I didn't do that yet. And I just realized that Talia's down to like 2 regeneration potions, so let's fix that. Darian's not in my party. Cole has 2. Vivienne, 4. Solus, 2. Eric, Bull, alright. Yay! Okay. I'm going to super quickly run to the bathroom because I have had so much tea to drink. This is going to be something that once I actually get the capture card is not going to have to happen in this particular manner. I am going to drop a BRB in chat. I will be back in like 2 minutes. BRB. And then I will read your thing that you just sent, Alien. Hold that thought. Alright, I have returned and my hair is up. Yes, eating is important. Go make lunch, Avery. Actually, I like the story. We were working for a dragon who played the dragon version of the Great Game with other dragons, and by the rules of engagement couldn't attack the other dragons directly, so he sent us as his agents to sabotage his opponents. That is exactly how the Great Game works. That's what the bards are for. That's excellent. You are entirely correct. I appreciate this a lot. I ended up recruiting some of the opponent agents for our side and did other fun stuff, such as a night raid riding a giant bat to drop alchemist's fire on an enemy camp. Our DM was constantly surprised by our creative tactics and willingness to recruit rather than kill the enemies. Ended up being the least murder hobo-y campaign ever. Okay, except here's the thing about that. I believe that it was your least murder hobo campaign. But our last campaign, we literally ended up with a T-Rex in the compound. Because nobody wanted to kill anything. And also, the Great Diplomancer. It's intense. Like, we got some stories, man. Unfortunately, I was not there for most of this. Because I came in super late during that campaign. So, like, I basically got there in time to set a bunch of guys on fire and kill a god. That was the last campaign for me in this group. So, it's a thing. Yeah, leg. Sounds like fun times. The Dragon Great Game is called Zorvantal, or close to spelling, if you want to try and track down the Dungeon Dragons articles with it for ideas. I might, if nothing else, then because I can and because, you know, things. But I know enough about how it works in Dragon Age. And the dragons are not that sentient in Dragon Age. They are not quite that level of intelligent. They are intelligent, but not like humans. Not in Dragon Age. They're big critters in Dragon Age. They're not like human intelligence. Though I do love games that give dragons that, because like, this is a magical creature. Why not make it the most magical and the most ridiculous that you can? Like, please. But anyway. What is this? Is this a fucking logging stand? No.
Using the magic of the blight, Solus.
Every intelligent creature should.
Yet you raise no objection to
Weird.
the Grey Wardens using blood magic.
Oh my god.
Blood magic is no worse than
Children.
any other, properly used. But the blight corrupts everything it touches. Those who believe themselves capable of using it safely are mad.
I understand that Grey Wardens are connected in some way to the blight.
Then that explains why we saw no old men at Adamant.
Yup. Then again, Solus's definition of old men might be a little, skewed. Alright.
What is this? Are the fishes of Stonebearhole too rude to share a meal with friends?
Can the jaws of Hakkon not catch their own fish? Or are those jaws only good for flapping?
I love listening to this.
Mind your tongue, Bogwalker. Stonebearhold may not always shelter you, and you will need shelter when the cold winds come.
Yet I feel only hot air.
When the jaws of Hakkon rule, you will wish you had been generous.
I love it.
If your weak lady has not already picked your foolish bones clean.
Lady, meaning one of their gods. the Lady of the Skies.
Inquisitor! Death to the Lowlanders!
Yeah,
Glory
yeah.
to Hakkon!
I just want the fast travel point that's over here, honestly. Because I can't do anything right here, right now, because I have to talk to Stonebear Hold before I really talk to Fisherman Arvid, which is the guy that was just talking to the enemies. And taunting them. Or taunting them back, I guess. Wee. Bounce. Hello.
You are the Lowlander they call Inquisitor.
Yes.
I am Arvid Rolfson. Well fought. The fish will feed on fool's heart wine this night.
I love the
I know
Kennings.
not what brings you here, but we have no quarrel, you and I.
Heart wine. That's a really obvious one, but they do a lot with Kennings in the Jaws of Hakkon, which is very Viking of them. I shouldn't say Viking. The Vikings used them a lot, but so did a lot of translations anyway of classical things like Greco-Roman mythology and like the Iliad and the Odyssey have so many Kennings in them, but also for the most part they're just making the point harder to read instead of making it flowery and nice. So, you know, that might just be the translation that I read, but I hated the Iliad so much.
You don't agree?
They seem bigger fools than that, for all their boasting.
My English teacher at the time was even like, I hate this translation, but this is the one that I can afford, so we're gonna use it. Because he had to, you know, buy all the books himself, because bullshit.
What?
That island belongs to the Lady of the Skies. The spirits want us to leave it be.
It'll be fine! Don't ever say that.
I don't wish to disturb your lady, but it's important.
If I give you the boat, and you anger the spirits and die, other lowlanders may come for blood.
Logical.
That is trouble for my hold, and not my trouble to take. Go to Stonebear Hold and speak with my thane, Svara Sunhair. Get
Okay,
her
fine.
blessing, and you may sail to Korth's rocky heart.
Excuse me, goodness. So, I don't remember who Korth is. I know Korth is, you know, another one of their gods. But now I'm like... Korth's rocky heart. Did Korth had something to do with the ocean / lake? Or was Korth, like, romantically involved with the Lady of the Skies? And that's why they're calling the island which belongs to the Lady of the Skies Korth's rocky heart? I don't know what's going on with that. I like their mode of speech. It's not my trouble to take. I know, it's so like they did a lot of research and playing around with the way their characters talk. Because, you know, there's characters that are like, you know, Sarah has a Cockney accent and she talks like, you know, someone that knows that dialect of British English. Besides the rhyming slang, which would really just kind of make it really difficult to understand her if you're not Cockney. But, like, so Sarah, approximately, talks like she should for the accent that she has. There's a bunch of characters that speak really plain, you know, approximately American or British English. There's a bunch of characters that are... I'm gonna save really quick before that giant sees me, so I can either get this, landmark or run the fuck away. Or both. Landmark. Save. Possibly run. But there's also loot over there. It's not really worth fighting him, though. But you know, Sarah speaks in basically a Cockney accent. Dorian is just speaking plain British English with a bunch of random Latin words thrown in because he's Tevinter. You know, Solus has a very musical cadence to the way that he speaks, and that is completely intentional because of the type of character that he is. Cassandra, though. Cassandra is one of my favorite examples of this because she speaks like a person who is completely fluent in their target language, but did not grow up speaking the language that they're speaking. Because it's like everything that she says makes sense, but there's something about the cadence of her speech and the way that she uses words that just doesn't sound the same as all of the other characters. And I can't quite put my finger on it. I know part of it is literally just the cadence of her speech. It's the rhythm that she talks with, and like something related to that. It's amazing. I love that they did that. And then Vivienne speaks like someone who is classically educated in everything and decided that she was better than everyone because of it. Which is very Orlesian of her, honestly. But they did a lot of work trying to iron out a bunch of different dialects and accents and languages for all of the different locations in Thedas, and I love that they did that. I love that they did that. Like, I'm not sure what Navarra is supposed to be analogous to. For all I know, it's Romanian. I do not know. But, Antiva is Italian, as you may have figured out listening to Josephine / Zevran. Though there are definitely some Spanish words that they sprinkled in there too. Rivain seems to be like Welsh spellings, but not necessarily Welsh language besides that. I don't know enough about it, and you don't hear a lot of Rivaini speech. The elves have an invented language for Dragon Age, but they have Irish accents. Starkhaven is a Scottish accent, but it seems to be, you know, common / English / whatever. Let's see, what's the other one that we know? Orlais is obviously French. Ferelden is pretty much Britain. Mostly England. But they've got a lot of mostly European, but they've got a lot of languages and accents that they picked and chose for these games, and I love that they did it, and I love how they did it. And that's, of course, not counting the Kunari, who don't really have a particular accent so much as a particular mode of speech, because basically most of the Kunari that you interact with, who are not like Iron Bull, you know, he's a Kunari spy and then a Talvashoth. So most of the other Kunari have a very particular. It's another thing that's about the cadence of their speech and like the tone of the way that they speak. It's amazing.
We have come on a mission. We have learned that the last Inquisitor may have died here hundreds of years ago. We seek his body.
Giving peace to the dead is a worthy quest. Any help we can offer.
Kitty cat, please do not stand on that book. That is not going to hold your weight. Cat, no. Cat, no. Cat, no. Hang on. Scooch. Not a good place for kitty. If you're trying to get down. You
They
can
will
get down.
want you to pay in blood.
Trial by contest instead of trial by combat. I love that that's the first thing that you see when you come to this area. Don't you look offended at me like that. Like, oh, I'm sorry, did you have a dispute to settle? Let's settle this in a civilized manner.
When I first
And they're about
entered
to
your
explain it.
holds, there was a climbing contest of some sort.
What did I just see?
The test of the lady. We use it to settle disputes when it is not clear who has the right of it. There are others. For the test of the Mountain Father, you battle with verse, while those who favor you...
Poetry slam! Or a rap battle.
Battle with blunted weapons.
Test of Hakkon is battle with blunted weapons. You can do that one, which is actually really fun. If you can't tell what is actually technically correct,
It seems as fair a way as any to decide such matters.
In many cases,
Why not?
the law is clear. The tests are only for real disputes. As Thane, I may guide the gods in finding who is worthy. I decide which test will settle the dispute. I may also ask a warrior whose claim is foolish to climb with stones strapped to his back.
I love that. Like, alright, well, you're being a dumbass, now do this thing, but also on hard mode. Don't be a dumbass.
I'd like to hear more about Stonebear Hold.
We are not the largest hold, but our warriors are strong, and our singers are pretty.
I bet.
Words are for boasting around the fireside. You should look yourself, if you will.
I will.
I'd like to know more about the Jaws of Hakkon.
They are not the first hold to take that name. All have been foolish. What would you know of them?
All of the things.
What do the Jaws of Hakkon believe that makes them so angry?
Why are they so angry all the time?
Bjorn Reedbeard for fishing, Rilla of the Fireside for making babies.
Okay, but Korth.
Hakkonites care only for
No.
Hakkon Winter's Breath.
What's the Hold Beast? That I suspect they will get to in a minute. Stonebear Hold. It's basically their their totem, but also a living one. There's another word that I can't come up with that's a little bit closer, but to make a long story short, they have like a patron animal, and they have their Hold Beast is the actual living critter that represents their
Your people fought back and destroyed them. They were fools.
I just lost the word even that I just used. That's today.
What
I'm
can you
awake.
tell me of the people who are calling themselves
So
the
their
Jaws of
Hold
Hakkon?
Beast, her name is Storvacher. She is a great bear, and she's awesome.
There was land enough for both, so
I love
we were
her.
friendly. We did not see their anger. Gerd Harrison lost too many in his hold to Darkspawn.
Yeah, it's not like it's an unusual concept for
Only a fool like
from what I've seen, but it's not like a difficult one. I'm just not finding words.
I will speak with you later.
I will not speak with you later because I think I missed a question.
Inquisitor.
I missed so many questions.
How did you get the name Sunhair?
I love this.
I was born Svara Janisdottir. For my legend mark, I want
Oh yeah, and that's another thing. Jane's Dotton. That's a very
an enemy archer lit my head
like
on fire.
not really Slavic necessarily, but Germanic name formulation because son, Dotton. Those are actual like son of, daughter of. So Svara Jane's Dotton. Svara, daughter of Jane, which is kind of one of those things where it's like, Albus Percival Wulfric Brian.
The Hakkonites are attacking my
Jane.
camp. I would welcome any assistance you could offer.
I'm sure that's where the name came from, but it's like it's the Tiffany problem. The name Tiffany, which came from Theophania, apparently, is this super old name, and it was in use, oh god, in the Renaissance maybe? And people are like, that can't possibly be true. It's true. It's true. But it just doesn't seem right, so nobody uses it. So. Can I change your mind?
I understand your concern. Is there anything I could do
Or
to
Jen. Or Jan.
The Avar.
Or something, but they pronounce it Jane's Dotton, so I'm assuming it's Jane.
They are as kin.
It is entirely possible that
When our
that's
hold beast
not
is strong and
correct.
happy,
It could have been
then
Janice
storm.
Dotton. But that's,
When it
again,
sickens
that's not what the
and
voice
dies,
actors went with, so I'm going with Jane's
ill
Dotton.
omen. Our bear, Storvacker, has not been seen in days.
There we go.
The Hold fears for her. I cannot ask the Hold to break peace oaths unless Storvacker returns.
Oh my goodness. Bears!
Do you have any members of the Hold searching for Storvacker?
The Hold is already fearful. A great hunt for our Hold beast would show weakness to the Hakkonites. If she were dead, the Augur would know. So the hunters
So
watch
she's
the
not
tracks.
dead.
That is
Which,
all we
you
can
know,
do.
yeah.
The way you asked us to help find Storvacker made it sound like you were willing to break your oath.
She's like,
They say the
yeah.
Avar hold all oaths sacred. That no true Avar would break them.
But that would be a lie.
Lowlanders doubtless say the same of themselves. A cunning Thane can find a hole.
I love her so much. That would be a good lie.
Sneak in. We are bone and blood.
Loopholes!
Until they are broken.
Oh no, not even sneaky. It's literally just, okay,
If I
sure.
find your bear and you
Oaths
break
last
the oath,
until they are
what
broken.
happens to Stonebear
It's
Hold?
like, I love how realistic they are. It's great.
They are sworn to defend or avenge them. If the Hakkonites were friends, they would attack us.
It's like the way some
They are
Jews
friends
treat,
with you. They will
kashrut
send
and
offerings, trade,
you know,
and gifts,
mitzvot.
pay the
It's
price
like,
of
you
oath-breaking.
got all these
The
laws,
storm will pass.
and we're gonna either follow them to the letter and do nothing else, or we're gonna go, okay, I'm gonna uphold the spirit of this law and ignore literally everything about it. It's like, there's always a way around something if you're looking for it, without necessarily breaking it.
Storvacker is not a
It's
bear.
great. I love engaging with things like that. Don't tell me what the rules
Without her,
are.
Your kin under the mountains fear to lose the stone. It is as that. I know more of this world than the world of spirits. Speak with our Augur if you would know more. They're our gods, not yours. For you, it is enough that Storvacker
You know, I didn't remember that connection that she made. That was good. God, I love this game. It's like your people losing the stone. That's what our hold beast is. That's
Does
fucking...
Storvacker
I love that they
usually
did
live in
that.
a hold? Does
I
she
love this
stay in a
game.
pen, or...
Pens are for goats and chickens, not holdkin. The Avar are free. So must be our hold beasts. Storvacker lives in a cave near the hold.
I love it.
She comes to visit if she wishes to see us. We bring her gifts of food. Not enough that she will not hunt for herself.
So about
Maybe
that.
I shouldn't bring this up, but bears and I traditionally do not get along.
You were fought bears. You lived. Good for you.
I love her.
Fear
She's
will
the
keep you
best.
respectful should you find Storvacker. You will be
I love the
fine.
NPCs in this one because Kenrick is ridiculous.
Um,
And then you get her. I love Svara Jane's Dotton. She's amazing. Thane Svara Sonhair.
I was told I needed your permission to borrow
It's
a boat
great.
from the fisherman.
Ah, Rolston. He worries like a scared baby goat. The boat is yours. Tell him I said so.
Thanks.
I will speak with you later.
Ask those in the hold about Storvacker.
You got it.
They may know something they have not told me.
Yay, and Tali leveled while you were talking. I love this too. Thane Svara Sonhair. This appears to be an unfinished letter. The handwriting is simple and the text has many phrases crossed out. Lowlanders, if you be brave enough to... O Elysians, if you be brave enough. Merchants of Orlais, if... To those who wish to trade with Stonebear Hold, you should know me. I am Thane Svara Sonhair. I am Thane Svara Jane's daughter, known as Sonhair. Though my blade has tasted battle tears many... Though my blade has tasted blood many... Though I have fought many battles, I wish no conflict between us, but instead trade between our hold and yours. We have furs and leathers that put your lowland hides to shame, plus weapons that have tasted Hakkon's winter. We have furs and leathers that will make your warriors look strong and your lovers look supple, plus weapons. We have excellent furs and leathers and weapons like none seen in the lowlands. Trade honestly and well, and there will be coin for all. Cheat us, and your blood will... Trade honestly and well, and there will be coin for all. Thane Svara son here. This is a fool's task. What lowlander would come this far for furs they have not seen? Ah, Koth, I just wrote that instead of saying it. The stupid lowland writing vexes the mind. The rest of the letter is a series of angry sketches of axes. Lore!
Bright and brilliant, he wanders the ways, walking, unwaking, searching for wisdom.
Who are you talking about?
I do not need you to do that, Cole.
Oh.
Your friend wanted you to be happy, even though she knew you wouldn't be.
Oh, he was just straight up talking about Solus.
If you would remember her, could you do it as I would?
He comes to me as though the Fade were just another wooded path to walk without a care in search of wisdom.
I mean, that's
We
not
share the
wrong
ancient
for
mysteries,
him.
The feelings lost, forgotten dreams, unseen for ages, now beheld in wonder. In his own way, he knew wisdom, as no man or spirit had before.
Thank you.
Half the traps were empty. Is someone poaching? Can't be.
Poaching concerns. That's a valid problem. Oh, sketches found in a meat shop. A series of drawings, simple but artfully rendered, indicates that the owner of this meat shop decided to spend the day mixing alchemical potions, or more likely alcoholic drinks, and that people should take what they like and pay him later. On Avar cuisine. I'm not gonna bother with that. It's long. Played a game where killing certain wild animals, even in self-defense, lowers your reputation with groups that venerate them. It's a delicate balance to walk, especially because the animals aggro so easily. Yeah, There supposedly, and I have not found this out, but supposedly you have the ability to also have, like, Cole will disapprove if you, if you aggro or fight a Nug or a Tusket or a Snowfleur. I forget. One of my friends told me this, but they were like, yeah, you know, you kill a Nug and Cole gets mad at you. And I'm like, I mean, I would be too. And she's like, I just needed the Nug skin. I'm like, you can buy that. So... She just wanted pink gear for her character.
You're the one they speak about in the lowlands, aren't you?
I love this character. He's unique among the Avar.
Helmsdim Rolfson. I trade our goods outside the hold. You'll not find better this side of the mountain.
Cool.
Have you traveled outside of Stonebear Hold?
Korth Mountain Father provides.
Mountain Father, that's why. He's got nothing to do with the water.
We can't craft ourselves. I sell our goods there. The old
I don't
taught me how to read and write.
remember why. I don't know why that island would have been Korth's Rocky Heart then. I'm a little confused, actually.
Where does your trading take you?
Denerim and Southreach in Ferelden. Leeds and Verchay in Orlais. When the passes are clear,
You've been all over the place.
Surely you can get a fair price for your goods.
That's an impressive amount of travel.
Well, that's truth, but have you seen it?
In fact, I have.
My heart lies with the hold, but I'll die remembering the
Excuse
lights
me.
on the gates of the sun.
Valrayo's overrated. I mean, it is very pretty, but...
It's a city of plots and masks. There's rot below all that gilded paint.
It's in Orlesian nature to plot. They've not our strength, our ancestors, but they've built a wondrous thing.
One could almost believe you admire Orlais.
You sound like the Thane. Most in the hold call any city outside the
Interesting.
prideful or lowland.
You sound like the Thane, he says to the Orlesian in the group. That was...
Another time.
I don't think I've heard that one before. I like that. What do you have for sale? Do you have anything that I could use at this point in the game? Oh, right, I forgot that's where you get this shit. I have... do I have other priorities? Yeah, I do have other priorities because dragon stuff. I also don't remember what these look like, so... The good shit! I mean, he'd have you think so. It's all a bunch of, like... And I think I have this back at Skyhold already, so buying it would just be pointless. It's just a bunch of Skyhold decor. So, I think I have it already. But it lets you buy it in case you know, I don't know, missed something, I guess. Is this the auger? This is the auger. So, this is one of my favorite pieces of weird shit that happens here.
So, she arrives. Don't throng. Behold, worthy ones, the woman who blazes like fire and mends the air.
Excuse me?
It's safe.
I love that Cole just goes, hi!
I greet you, as do our gods.
Virtual interior decorating is always fun.
There, it is done. Now
I've never really been the kind of person that's like, this is exactly how I want all of these things
I'd like to ask something.
to look. I don't do games that really have an awful lot of that in them for the most part. I'm like, I will approximate the Skyhold aesthetic that I want to see, and then I'm gonna not worry about it for the entire rest of the game because I don't care. Like,
I am a mage,
that's kind of it.
yet not all mages are augurs. I give counsel to other mages and the Thane.
He's like the keeper, kind of.
An augur takes counsel
Except,
from the gods.
you know, the Thane is the actual boss. Maybe he's more like a
I make
first
their will known to us,
with the
and
elves.
ours to them.
I do use antlers in all of my decorating, whenever I can. I use antlers in all of my decorating. I can't pick a key today, so that was that. Anyway.
So you're an ambassador to the local spirits?
Some have wisdom for those willing to listen.
They protect the
At
whole.
some point, if I ever stop being like now that I've just randomly sung something because you quoted a line at me, I like there's this thing called Twitch Sings, and I've been considering doing a Twitch Sings stream at some point, but also I am way too self-conscious about my voice.
You don't pray like the lowlands
So,
to the think will weather all
and also I
ages.
am absolutely not turning on a camera. That is, I'm still not doing that. But I'm also like, I don't have a good mic for this.
Even before we came
I don't think my headset mic can handle this. I have to figure out OBS before I do this.
their secret
There's...
is this,
Anyway,
Inquisitor. They reflect us as water does the sky.
I think.
They show us what we wish
I might not have to
be.
figure out OBS. There might be a way to stream from the app, according to
For that,
one of the Zeldathon folks. I don't know, but either way, whatever. It's a thing. I have considered it, but also
Did you just introduce me to spirits?
the gods of the hold clamored to see you. I obeyed. For I'm their voice and their augur. And if I didn't show you off, they'd hound me for months.
so there's I do this every single time I come to Stone Bear Hold and talk to the augur, but there is something awesome to me about the way Dragon Age frames the question of religion and particularly gods, because they didn't just go, alright, here, Andrastianism, have fantasy Christianity, because it's literally just fantasy Christianity. They did, like, that's it. They gave you the Bride of the Maker instead of the Son of God and went, here, have a thing. So that, like, okay, cool, they did that. And the Maker is God, and that's how they did their thing. But then they went, okay, here, have a people who have all of these gods that you know, like, this is the elves, you know about them from the beginning. And, you know, they were maybe not alive. They were on the same plane originally as the elves. And they might have just been super powerful mages, but that's their gods. And now you come to the Avar, and you have the Avar going, well, they're spirits, they're on a different plane. These are the gods. And it's just, I love that they did that. They were like, okay, let's look at the concept of God and realize that different people say that word and mean different things and throw that into our game. There's so much world building. I love it so much.
You said I blaze like a fire.
How do you think you appear to the gods of the Fade? To those
Anyway.
beyond the veil, your hand burns like the watchman's bonfire.
It's so good. That's a thing. Spirits see me all the time. Nothing I can do about it. I wish the anchor were gone. That's terrifying. I've never, like, chosen any one answer that I like more here. I suspect Tali would be the kind of person that's like, oh, all right. I mean, I guess that's how it is.
I haven't found a way to stop it.
You'd shun a favor from the gods? I see you've already killed one. A thing of envy that grasped for your crown.
Oh. Oh my. That was holy shit, he could. Why do you know that I killed an envy demon at Thurinfell Redoubt? Holy shit. Okay.
I'd like to ask something.
Then ask.
Okay, I did go through all of those. Now I have to ask you about a bear.
Be welcome.
Thanks.
Do you know where your hold beast may have gone?
Storvaka? No. I've asked the gods, but they've seen no sign.
Oh, okay.
I should be off.
Farewell.
I'm out.
What did I tell you? Lowlanders from the nose.
Oh yeah, and then this is the top of their climbing wall, right next to the Augur's hut up here, which I forgot was there.
More spirits, Solus?
Not until the veil is healed.
Oh.
The rifts draw spirits through, and the shock makes demons of them.
Oh no.
Pushing through makes you be yourself. You can hold on to the you.
Aw.
Being pulled through means you don't have enough you. You become what batters you, bruises your being.
Yes, exactly. Deliberately crossing the veil requires that a spirit form will, personality. The
Wow.
concept of self gives a spirit the chance to maintain its nature. Wrenched into this world unwillingly by the rifts, spirits suffer the same fate as my friend.
Then we will help them.
Oh. I love them so much. I love this game. You get shit like that. It's the best. Okay. So let's talk to Finn Caldenson.
Inquisitor, I'm honored by your visit. I'm Finn Caldenson. Forgive me if I don't stand to greet you properly.
What'd you do?
How are you injured?
A storm blew up a few months back. It's the worst we've seen in a while. I was helping to secure the fishing boat. Einar nearly fell in. I caught him, but the current caught me.
That's the thing.
My leg got crushed against the rocks. It hasn't set properly.
You seem troubled. Is it your injury?
In part. Gida Meerdotten prepares my father's body for sky burial.
Ah, yes.
Knotted and
A
nameless.
completely
Can't be
different
him,
problem.
could never be him.
Unrelated.
But who am I? How did... Yes. I knew it would be soon. I miss him.
I'll let you rest.
Lady keep you.
Well, that's interesting. He didn't explain what the problem was.
Inquisitor.
I'll let you rest.
Lady keep you.
Okay, so that was weird. I haven't taken coal around here.
Inquisitor, you've need of a hunter, or you're just wandering? Doubt you lowlanders see many holds, but I'll tell you, there are none finer.
I believe it. Oh my god, this is the stupidest thing and I love it.
I assume you go hunting yourself.
Of course I do. Who says otherwise?
No one.
I lead our hunts, Inquisitor.
Yay!
My leg aches, one eye can't see in the dark, and I bring more meat than anyone in the hold.
Oh yeah, and then that's another
Do I hunt?
cultural thing that's sorry, I was just handed french fries and I'm going to enjoy them. There was a cultural thing was boasting for a long time, and I find it very interesting that they integrated that into the Avar, because they I think that was a Viking thing also, but I know it was like Old English question mark. But either way. So, you're full of it, don't.
I apologize. I was just curious.
Suppose you can't help Lowlanders' manners.
Do you have any idea where Storvacker has gone?
Our hold animal's a hungry one. She might be after the game in the valley to
Maybe.
the west. As the weather's turning, I'd not think she'd roam further.
Okay. Fair enough.
Farewell.
Farewell.
Alright. And then we can run up and talk to this guy. Once I get that. Claim the thing!
Strange that the veil seems so thin here. A great many spirits must have gathered in this place.
They came close to listen and stayed.
I mean, that's sensible if they're considered gods here.
So, come to test yourself.
How so?
Would?
Our warriors want your measure, Inquisitor. Bring us an offering, and we'll let you fight Hakkon's trials. Stonebear Hold would know if the spirits favor you. So would I.
Do you run this arena?
I do. I'm called Hakkon. I prepare warriors for the gods. Truly, I drill it into young heads that no one's born knowing how the axe swings or the arrow flies.
Which is funny, because when you talk to Sarah, and you're like, who taught you how to shoot a bow? She's like, no one? So... gods?
What do you mean, prepare your warriors for the gods?
As we train, the gods see us become worthy.
Worthy of what?
A second strength when you most need it. A glimpse that spots a blade at your heart. Warriors must show their will for these gifts, and the will for practice.
Interesting.
And that's another thing.
Foreign spirits influenced by these ritual battles to aid you during real conflict.
Didn't I say as such?
Yes, but... Of course. My apologies.
Okay, I don't think I've had Solus here for this either, because I don't recall that. I was gonna say that I find it interesting that they were like, yeah, sure, spirits, they can influence stuff, which makes sense because they tell you as much, basically, in Dragon Age. But also you end up with... Oh, and I missed a host. Thank you for the host, Hot Mess. Like 2 hours ago. Thank you, Twitch. You didn't update me. Rude. But I've never heard Solus comment on it. What I was gonna say was that it's very interesting that they went that route, and then, you know, I'm all about unreliable narrators. So you can hear something like that and go, okay, either the spirits are actually helping you like you think, or you just get the ability to see these things from practice. You can fight better because you practiced. But the fact that Solus acknowledged it the way he did kind of gives it a little bit more... Yeah, this is actually the spirits. So that's very interesting. I don't want to hurt anyone.
I didn't want to
Not
take
here.
life for just a trial.
Good, but don't hold back. The gods and I can tell.
Cool, fair enough.
Why do you pray to Hakkon when his fanatics cause you so much trouble?
Hakkon Wintersbreath could be testing us through those fanatics. He can be a cruel god, Lowlander. He'll favor the victor and no other. Strength to strength. If the jaws of Hakkon tried to raid us, we'll feed their scraps to the bears.
Fair enough. I'm ready to fight, but I don't have an offering, so I'm gonna say this and see what you say.
Can we begin this trial of Hakkon?
We need an offering from you first. To honor Hakkon and the dead.
Fair enough.
Farewell.
Safe journeys.
Yay! Okay. And then there's fucking stands up here. I've never looked up fuck down there, but that's where the trial is held. And there's actual stands where you see down into the you know. Okay, so let's go talk to Mira Goldstaden there. I think that was her name. Who is preparing the dead for sky burial. And that's another thing. Alien, sky burial. That should sound familiar. Ah, Gita Mirsdottir. I was super backwards.
Be welcome, Inquisitor. Though I fear I've time for little more than a greeting. I must prepare these souls for
From that awful DLC in DA2. No, actually, Alien and I are part of a Discord server about the anime Sayuki, and or rather, more accurately, the manga. And there was a chapter.
The body is laid out and prayers given. When the birds come,
I will take your word for it, but I am literally unfamiliar with the thing that you are saying is literally in the DLC. The reason I pointed it out to Alien is because we are fans of this anime that references sky burial in one of the more recent chapters. Like, the way it would be in the real world. And they actually did a decent job, I think, of representing how that would work, even though the chapter itself was not really about that. Used to play Spot the Stock Photoshop filter with the anime. Yeah, there's a streamer that we both follow, Sixalona, runs a blog called Shitty Sayuki Screenshots, because it's just 2/3 of the original anime. Though Sayuki Reload Blast came out, God, last summer, I guess? That was just, it was really, really nice. And it's all the newer chapters. So there's this one arc that we're all just like, why is this never going to be animated? Even a worm, why? But anyway. 2018. Okay. Oh my god, was it over a year ago at this point? Holy shit. D&D character I made but never got to play. Barbarian spirit shaman with some psionic, I can't read from that far away, psionic powers, who only acknowledges that spirits tell or show her things, not that she herself has remote sensing and clairvoyance. Those are the best. I love it when that happens. I love it when it's like, either a character has all of these fucking, like, crazy-ass powers, and they're like, no. There's an explanation for this. Allow me to give you my explanation, which is only half true. Or completely false. And then the characters that are like, no, this is all me. And it's not. I love stories like that. It's the best. Reload abridged. I never really got into the abridged series, so I don't know how the Sayuki abridged one, or Reload abridged, or whatever the hell would work. Like, I am familiar with a lot of the quotes that get thrown around from the Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged series, but that's literally it. I never actually got into the series themselves. So, IDK. Anyway. Iron Bull with hearts and pink and unicorn type horns. A mod. I mean, I'm not so sure about the unicorn type horns, but the pink is like that's his favorite color. So Solus and Clown Makeup also a mod. I am not surprised. I would not ever use that for multiple reasons. Not the least of which being I fucking hate clowns. Kodansha is releasing Sayuki manga in America this year. The first volume is already out. I know! And, you know, once again, I was like, once I have disposable income, oh shit, I need a car.
What do you mean?
So, want the armor that guy is wearing. I know, right? We only got the paint-covered version. Boo!
Seeing it done will give him some peace, I imagine.
Farewell.
Farewell.
They probably just didn't want to put all the texturing of skin kind of effort into... Yeah, I don't know. Anyway. Does have an actual spirit protector also. It's a bear! It's perfect! Alright, let's see. Where are we? My dude needs to run around in the snow free and half naked. Yes! Run free! Enjoy your nudity. Or partial nudity. That's actually in the basin. I don't want to deal with that. That's where that one is. Where's the other? Oh, the other one is that spider. So that's going to be way the fuck up here. I'm not dealing with that yet. So the three fade-touched critters, the first one was that lurker that I killed way down here. So that's already done. That Ostwick is likely similar in temperature to where I live. Oh, never mind that Ostwick is likely similar in temperature to where I live. Well, you know, that's a thing. Who knows? It would be smart of me to go into the basin down here from the hold, but also I don't want to do that right now. So I'm gonna leave for now. I hate it so much. They should provide us this information. The information of the climate, average climate. Yeah, they kind of imply it. Because basically they're like, up north, where it's warm all the time. So, you know, Dorian, being from Tevinter, is often referred to, or at least once he is referred to as a hothouse orchid. So, he's a delicate flower when it comes to cold temperatures. And also apparently storms. He gets seasick when you go to the fucking storm coast. I'm like, I understand you, bro. I am from Rhode Island, so, you know, the ocean state. I've been on boats before, and I am much more likely to get seasick just standing on the shore on a stormy day than I am actually being on a boat. It's... ugh. I didn't want to be down here. This is not where I wanted to be, but this is where we are, so we're gonna go with it. He said he's related to my Inquisitor. Yes! Yes, but like distant cousin. They tell you that one. And because basically he's like every you know, mage worth their salt is potentially related to blah blah to Vinter bullshit. Yak! Okay. Let's go save Colette. Hey, I'm over here. Lurkers, come here. Fight me! Yeah! Fight me! Yeah! Are we done? I think we're done. We're not done! Now we're done. Hey Colette, you okay? You good? You're in a fern.
Still finding it difficult to breathe.
Given how many generations are between the common ancestor, there's likely been at least one secret bastard snuck in there and as legitimate, so it might not even be true. That is hilariously. I know some friends who discovered the opposite, actually, because they were like, oh, I guess several generations ago we have a relation. Oh shit. Well, whatever. Probably does count as flirting into Vinter, what with their seeming obsession with bloodlines and blood magic. You know what? Yes.
If I've said something wrong...
I'm sorry. That's usually asked with skepticism. The university accepts those worthy of admission, though elven
Yeah,
students
anyway.
are few.
Like Habsburg royalty making matches for their offspring. You know, in the family.
How do you find it there?
It's not easy, but this is what I want. And I like working for Professor Kenrick. Elven research students.
Hello, kitty.
Concerned,
My cat is like right at arm's reach and hanging out of a windowsill right now to come and lean into my hand.
If our research finds an audience, I know my name will be included.
Must select without stopping petting cat. There we go.
What were you hoping to find at the ruin?
The Tevinter's time here was brief, but their architecture endured, offering shelter, forming landmarks. Ancient
My cat is like ready to fall out of the window right now.
Inquisitor Ameridan.
Let me see if I can sneak a picture of this because it's utterly hilarious.
You're still going there?
No!
Everything we have on Ameridan.
Baby.
Studied up on new excavation techniques. I won't waste this opportunity.
He sat up.
If you've a map, I can show you my
He sat up.
if you would be interested in the findings.
And then just almost fell out of the window anyway. I love my cat. He's slightly a dumbass, but I love him. Okay, anyway.
Stay safe.
I will.
Alright, so there's a whole bunch of shit down here that we gotta check out. The thing about this area is that if I look at my map more than a couple of times, I just get more lost. Oh, this is a very interesting piece of information about this area. Bloodstained Shrine. We took steps to avoid the path and stayed out of their way for the most part. It would have gone uneventfully had Price's inexperience not caused him to leave visible prints in the dirt. The jaws of Hakkon used them to track us, and even Falker cannot throw them off the trail. Persistent bastards. We ended up hiding amidst the mouldy corpses and sun-bleached bones that littered the ground around a strange shrine. It was carved in stone, and capped with what looked to be a dragon skull. Thankfully, when the Hakkonites traced us to the shrine, the sight of it made them stop short. They whispered amongst themselves, and their leaders seemed to take a small bow of obeisance to the skull. They then abandoned the chase. We still don't know what it was about that shrine that made the Hakkonites balk. So we don't want to know. For report to scouting. In stock, that means we're probably compatible and we'll make beautiful mage babies together, except not, because Dorian doesn't want kids. Probably. Potentially. Have a good one, Avery. Stay safe. Stay well, stay safe, stay... Yeah, whatever that means for you. Okay, let's see. Felindurus. I don't care. I that really badly because I used to pronounce it differently and then I heard one of the characters say it and it's not what I thought it was because that happens to me all the fucking time. It's Felindurus. I had originally assumed. Whatever. I side of the basin, but I'm not going to be climbing out there immediately. I will fucking teleport out later when I'm done down here. Critter. Accident. I can never figure out where the hell I'm going in here. No, that's not what I wanted. That's what I wanted. Vivienne, what happened to your guard? Did she not hit anyone right now? Oh, there's what I... Fey touched her god. Here we go. This is what I was looking for. A lot more interesting. Because I'm behind. Glitches. Yeah. There we go. Rupture. I don't know what it wasn't good. Come back. Fuck. All right. Oh no, that was it. Sweet. All right. Vivienne is fine. Okay, let's go. Let's go. Shield bash. Almost done. Fight me! Yeah. I love getting guard from that. It's so nice to watch the extra guard just skyrocket. There we go. Alright. 2 down, 1 to go. And the 1 is way the fuck at the north of the map, so I'm not going to worry about it right now. Okay. And that's outside of where we're at. So that I will worry about later, because the easiest way to do that is to just go up and zip around and do the things with the stuff and the whatever. We've got other shit to do down here for right now, which is to do Stormfire and collecting... Wait, fuck, there was an astrarium down here? No, that's across, that's at the back as well. I'm gonna save really quick. One in. Take the almost like terrarium thing at the glass. Adjust my mic here. No!
Barbwood, a parasitic tree that grows through the body of its host. Useful in alchemy.
Mike, why?
Makes terrible furniture.
What do you use it for?
What sort of uses does it have? The sap makes potent restorative potions. Extracts from the leaves are useful for transmutations. Harvesting either one is too dangerous to attempt often. More's the pity.
Okay, I think I might have adjusted my... It's less of a bitch, but I'm not sure. So, we'll find out. Nope. Just having problems, I guess. Alright, better, but not perfect. I think that is unfortunately as good as it's gonna get for right now. So I'm gonna try to monitor that, I guess. Oh, that's interesting. I'm like not even on the fucking tree. Oh no. And this one I can't climb up.
You were not at the spire when the rebellion started, Vivienne.
Floaty,
I
floaty.
tried to protect the mages. I would remember you.
What were you doing at the spire, demon?
I didn't know what I was. When mages were afraid, their pain called me, and I set them free.
You helped mages escape?
I killed them so the Templars couldn't hurt them anymore.
Of course. I should have guessed a demon's help would end in blood.
You're a bitch.
It was wrong. I'm sorry.
This is why Vivienne needs to not hold positions of power, because she has nothing in the way of compassion and literally only cares when it's something that could have happened to her. No. Well, so the thing about that is that Cole does he didn't know, and he wants you to kill if he starts killing people. Like, he basically he's a spirit. He still can't tell. He can't tell what's like difference between, like he'll understand it if it's like, oh, this person hurt someone. But if it's not something like that, he's basically like the whole thing about Cole being in the Inquisition is basically him going, oh, you have a good idea who deserves to be killed. Oh. He doesn't fully understand how the logic goes into it, because it's not logic, really. It's emotion. A lot of the time. And emotion is not something that he experiences as a spirit. He embodies it. They did some interesting things with it, I think. I'm gonna unplug and replug my mic. Okay, so naturally, now that I say that I'm gonna do that, it's fine. Alright, hold that thought, noise. Okay. And we're back. I'm a little annoyed at how this is working out with my mic. I may end up, not immediately, but soon I may end up ordering a replacement just to see if it's any better. Because the integrated mic and the headset that I have is like the one downside to the headset. It's a really nice headset. But this mic is not the best. And actually, it just occurred to me, it may also be that the connection to my my PS4 controller is the issue. So that could be a challenge. And actually, that will also present an interesting challenge for once I start streaming via OBS, because that's a... I'm gonna end up connecting the headphone/mic to somewhere totally different. Because that's gotta go straight into my computer, so that might be interesting. Might be fine. Might be weird. Eh. We'll find out. Am I going the wrong way? I'm going the wrong way. God damn it. Alright. Because I think I've ended up at that very spot like 4 times. Oh, and there's an artifact. Recover artifact.
Delightful.
1.
The jewels of Hakkon are using these bones in a warding spell. It could be blood magic. Let's look for any more skulls.
Side note, it is almost definitely blood magic. Because, you know, the one mage that's gonna throw a shit fit about that every time anything happens was the one that commented. Blood magic is not always the worst. There are solid uses for it that are not bad. But don't let Vivienne hear you say that. There are 5 skulls. And you cannot use the search function to find them. So you just kind of have to find and or remember their locations. Oh god, there's 3 more. I remember one was in the crook of a tree somewhere. Like between branches. I think I'm officially too far, like, straight up.
The trees are fighting. They're very angry, but very slow.
Okay. There's one. Yeah. Is there one over here? No. There isn't, is there? Too far. And then like the artifacts that I'm looking for, the lighting is very different. Because they give off like a yellowish light, and most of the light in the basin here is these blue flames, but they're not particularly bright, and the sun in certain parts of the basin give off that same like orangey yellow light, and it's just kind of a pain in the ass to figure out which one's which. Until you're right the fuck on top of it, and then you're like, that's not what I'm looking for. Also, I totally already said this, but using the search function is not actually going to help you find these. And yet I do it anyway. There should be one, like, right here. And I can't find it. It is a hard habit to break. Especially when you're like, I'm looking for something specific. Oh, it's not there. Fuck. Okay, one more. And the map in this area is fucking useless. I'm still looking for the one in the crook of the tree. Too far. Too far, too far, too far. Go back. It's a skull in a cage. This shouldn't be this hard. It's not like it moves. They do glow, though. Which, you know, skulls also should not do. Oh no, okay, that's a warrior. I looked at, like, the outline of the guy with the shield for a hot second, and I was like, is that a fucking Gurn? Why are there Gurn in the Frost Basin? There are not. Yeah. Look at how much guard everyone has. This is great. Less than a... But that's fine. Yeah! Out. Please? No. That one. Yeah! Boop, 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 ba-doop, ba-doop, boop. Hooray! Alright. Oh, it wasn't... The defender wasn't done. I'm like, why is Vivienne still swinging her weapon? Because it wasn't over yet. He was just frozen. Okay. There's more.
Hunting, following a scent. Something good, fresh, a treat. Then trapped, nets and clubs and pain.
Oh.
She's nearby. Caged, cramped, can't get free. We need to help her.
I will. Because right for this fucking... I'm becoming extremely frustrated with these mic problems. Because they are intermittent.
If it helps enough
Anyway.
people, it becomes more wandering, wishing, touched by them. Maker loves you, and it grows. But I am me. Will I be more one day if I help enough? Is this a task, timed, temporary?
No. It is a mistake to ascribe human motivations to them.
So I am always this.
You are always you.
You should
Weird.
not encourage that thing.
Solus isn't a thing.
Oh my god.
Well said.
I love it. I'm very glad that Cole is not, like, offended by all of the bullshit that Vivienne spouts because she's just terrible. Alright, now... I have run around this entire area, and I can't find the last one. That's the third or fourth time I've gone by that one. I'm gonna hope to hell that it's somewhere around here, because if not, I just aggroed all of these Avar for nothing. Like the most obnoxious part of this fucking DLC, I swear to God. Nyeh. Oh yeah, so, with the exception of the emotes, which are going to be secret until I figure out what I'm doing, I have an idea what I'm doing, but I have to figure it out the rest of the way. So, with the exception of the emote that I have planned, I may end up trying to do an art stream at some point. Partly to figure out OBS, partly to figure out, you know, art, partly to hold myself accountable for art. So I'm gonna probably throw up a poll on my Twitter and see if people would actually be interested in that. But that way I'm very slightly less limited in the time that I would be doing it, while I have so much weird free time. But that way I will, you know, I will probably just be, like, doodling for a little while and trying to figure out what the fuck all of the different things are with, like, Clip Studio Paint, because I bought it because it's half off. And that way I can do the things that I want to do with, you know, for example, my emotes and just doodling and art things of various types. I'm getting so annoyed. I have run around the same fucking area so many times. Watch it be, like, right in the middle. Or out here. This last skull is just gonna elude me. But I gotta find it. I got 4 of them. I have to get the 5th one. It's personal now. Is this the sun? It's up there! I found it! I found it! I did it! I just have to be able to get up to it. Kitty cat, no. Yay! I did it. No! Get distracted by trying to keep the cat away from something, and Tali falls off the tree. There we go. Alright. Hooray!
The bones. What were the jaws of Hakkon doing with this magic?
Stories from
Splat.
Bound in blood and bone. Augury.
Of course. Let's speak with the augur.
I love that they actually defined augury there with Cole, because nobody else does that. Alright. What is selected? Remains to be seen. So that is the very... That was literally just the skulls. So I'm going to save really quick, because I finally found the 5th one. Alright. Abandoned jail. Yeah. Ouch. Fuck off. Oh, that's a problem. I'm doing this in such a different order than I usually do. Oof. Okay. What guard? You know, actually this is going a lot better than usual and I didn't realize it, but that is partly because I made everybody the fucking warrior armor. I gave Cole warrior armor. I gave Vivienne, who is also melee, warrior armor. I just made it all with fucking silverite, so that they can wear it, even though they're not warriors. Yay, the bear is free! Let's pick some locks. Aw, man. There is some light reflecting off of my PS4 controller, because there's that one... Doing no! Oh god, I noticed it like right as he went jumping for something, because the light was reflecting off of it. Oh boy. Anyway. He's such a cat. Kitty cat, if that comes down on you if you jump at it again, I'm just gonna laugh at you. Storvacher, please move. Storvacher, seriously. Oh god, no, they're behind the door. Okay. That's better. But yeah, the other thing I figure about streaming art stuff, it's certainly not going to be every day. And it's not going to be like but first of all, it's something else to do right now. And it does, you know, it probably requires less resources for my computer because I'm just streaming from the computer. It won't be, you know, I have to connect to my console and then stream from that, and then make sure that my mic is connected to my controller and all of the things and whatever. So, we'll see how it goes. And also, that way I see how just streaming, you know, what I have on my secondary display would work, and then potentially in future stream something with my secondary display, which is the pen display, up, and have, you know, stream going from console to computer, and like an inset with a window with the map that I'm looking at, for example. Because I'm always looking at my iPad. Right now that's not super helpful because y'all can't see my iPad. So, we'll see if I'll do that actually just with my iPad up, but I don't necessarily want to do that because there's other shit on my iPad that you probably don't need on Twitch. So, you know. And like fan art from other people, not just like, please don't necessarily put your mind in the gutter for things that you don't need to see on my iPad. But like some of it's like, I do not have the rights to this art, but it's sure on my iPad. But anyway. Sweet. This is going really well. I'm gonna keep that silverite armor in mind for next time. Cause I'm shocked at how well that went, honestly. Do the same, just save art to look at without reposting anywhere. Yeah, so like I mean that would that was a habit that I think a lot of us developed a long time ago. Like when there wasn't as much social media and things where it was acceptable to share art, so it was like, oh yeah, cool, I'm gonna save this to my computer so that I can look at it again. And then, you know, you get to a certain point and you're like, oh wait, I can make this more visible. And then, you know, people have a mass exodus from the sites that they were sharing their art on, and you go, oh, right. Because and I'm not trying to cast aspersions on the artist. That is absolutely like, I'm thinking of Tumblr. Everything like the driving off of the artist was completely their fault. Like, I am 100% on the artist's side. But like, when there's a mass exodus and you don't know where your favorite artists went, you just kind of go, no, why? Hey, Augur, I found all these skulls.
Be welcome.
I found skulls with spells on them left out by the Hakkonites. What are they trying to do?
Skulls. So, bones.
Yeah.
Magic cloaked in blood.
Yeah.
Stone hidden lie the tales of this hold. Here's the means to find them.
Hooray!
When you've seen all the
Field trip.
And I'll tell you why the jaws of Hakkon did this.
Don't be impatient.
I should be off.
I want this animated GIF for aesthetic purposes, and I had no idea who made it. And the GeoCity site I got from back in the day probably doesn't either. Yeah, right? Oh, God. Wasn't there one in here? There wasn't, was there?
Be welcome.
Was there other stuff that I was supposed to talk to him about?
I should be off.
Farewell.
That... huh. Okay. It's just not letting me do that. Sure. So many game sprites! I know, right?
War and fade waged with human hate. I should never want to see that.
It would be a terrible thing.
It was wrong to hide it in a child. It hurt her.
Oh. What? Alright, I can't find this thing. Is it on the outside? It shouldn't be. Should it? Okay. Leave and come back. Light Veilfire. There should be a glyph that it's not letting me see. Okay, fine. Let's... No, not there. That's the climbing wall. Let's go... I don't know.
Wind seems colder than it should.
Let's go talk to, Gita Mirsdotten.
Greetings, stranger.
Because that'll get me part way. But yeah, the other thing about the game sprites is that, like, a lot of the stuff that is on my tablet right now is also references for things. So, like, there's one. An elaborate group of Veilfire glyphs flicker to life. There is an impression of a great battle in the distant past. A spirit protectively watches over Avar from Stonebear Hold as they corner a rival group of Avar in a forest. They join in battle, and the spirit turns aside blades to protect the Stonebear warriors. There is the snap of arrows, a lash of magic. The rival Avar fall, but so does the spirit. The sensations fade. Mourning. The Veilfire ignites a complicated tangle of glyphs. There is an impression of mourning. Avar from Stonebear Hold pray and sacrifice to the spirit destroyed in the last battle. There is the sensation of months passing. The prayers are not forgotten. The vision fades. Oh, all three of them are down here. That's the problem. The return. As the last group of glyphs light with Veilfire, there is a sensation of excitement and anticipation. An Avar Hold celebrates a night festival around an altar piled high with food and drink. The Thane begins a song. The Hold joins in. The song grows louder and louder. It goes for hours. As the sun rises, a blazing spirit appears above the altar. It has the name of the spirit that fell in battle. It is both the same spirit and a different one at the same time. There is an ear-splitting roar of triumph, welcome, something more, from the gathered Avar. The vision fades. That also kind of goes back to the question that you have about the Divine when she comes to help you in the Fade. Was that the Divine? Was that a spirit that took her form? Was it both? Was it neither? Does it fucking matter? She helped you. So, it's... That's one of those... I like the way they did that one, because it's very... You know, okay, you asked the question, but it's not necessarily the right question. Like, does it actually matter? Not really. Okay. And then we gotta go back up there where the augur is. Talk to him.
Wind seems colder than it should.
There's a couple of other things that I can do to gain those last points of favor. I'm trying to figure out which ones I want to do, because I think there's at least one more than is necessary. One of them brings you all the way around to somewhere that I don't really need to be, but also everything else has been going easier, and then there's... I gotta figure out where all of the beginnings are of these
I found all the Veilfire runes around the village.
missions,
You take
but
the purpose of the tale.
renewal?
It was about your gods returning, but in different forms.
One of our oldest stories. Taught to us as children by the Skalds. Mountains crack, forests burn. The gods change and die. Hakkon's followers want him alive as he was. They will not let him die and return as he should. The blood magic.
I love that they integrated that concept into how the gods work for the Avar.
They have powerful magic. Why are the Jaws of Hakkon afraid of other spirits?
The Jaws of Hakkon turned their backs on all other gods that ever held their hold. It is not fear that drives
That's pretty shit.
They hide their deeds from shame.
Fascinating.
I should be off.
Farewell.
Oh, I know what one of them is, though. I think I want to do that one instead of one of the other ones that I was thinking of. Gotta work now. Alright. Well, good luck at work. I hope it's not insane where you are. Stay safe and all that. Cole, thank you.
Greetings, stranger.
Okay, so I actually should be trying to head up here next, I think. But I'm gonna talk to the Thane because I found Storbacher. I did some of the more time-consuming things already. Gotta take off for meetings. Bleh. Alright, well. You also stay safe and good luck at work and things. I'm probably gonna be wrapping up here, like, momentarily, because I did a lot of weirdly time-consuming things, and now it's 2 o'clock and I didn't realize it. I mean, I also got started kinda late, so I'm like, that is not longer than I thought, but
Inquisitor. Storvacker has returned.
Kinda late. I started extremely late for me. But, you know, trying to figure out
Our blades are yours.
various bullshit with how I'm setting things up when everyone's home is a little different.
I assume your bear is alright after whatever they were going to do to her.
She is fine. As for what they were going to do, my hunters brought
She's so angry.
I know what they intended. It is not something you will like. Something few Avar would tell Lowlanders. But you must hear it. The Jaws of Hakkon sought to bind their god in mortal form and bring war to the Lowlands.
That's a problem. That sounds bad. I love that that's just one of the things. Swooping is bad.
By saving your bear, have we put an end to their plans?
For now.
They will try again. Ages ago, the old Jaws of Hakkon did the same. They brought their god to life to destroy the Lowlands. Their foolishness lost Hakkon to all Avar. Now they would free him and begin again.
Okay.
What did you mean when you
How
said
did they do
their
that?
Foolishness lost Hakkon to all Avar.
What does that mean?
Bound Hakkon to mortal form. He became blood of this world. He could hear no prayers, nor speak to the augurs. All he could do was kill. Then he vanished instead of dying, as though rendered mute, lost for ages. If they sought to free him from mortal form, I could understand. Making him attack the Lowlands is a fool's work.
Okay.
The Avar wouldn't like the idea of war with the Lowlands.
Is that what your skulls say? It does us no harm to be feared.
I mean,
If our land is threatened, we
that's
will
probably
have
not
to
all
fight.
they say, but
And a raid here and there keeps both sides sharp. But we have no need of your Lowlands. Not when our goats are fat and our fish are plenty. And not when the sky is torn with demons. Only a fool fights in a burning boat.
on the subject of lines that I really like, Only a fool fights in a burning boat. They even integrated idioms into how these people talk. I love it so much.
The Hakkonites would join him, their numbers swelled by foolish young warriors dreaming of honor names. Even if war were needed, it should not be like that. With gods wreaking havoc in blood-soaked fields, the gods should stay where they belong.
What now?
Based on what we know, what must we do to stop the jaws of Hakkon?
Their hold is an old lowlander fortress. It is shielded by a great wall of ice. Magic even the Hakkonites do not know.
I wonder where that came from. What have we heard about some people that are known for magic in this area?
It is lowlander magic and nothing to do with us. Our spirit talkers are useless as battle goats. The Hakkonites must have found the magic in the old fortress.
Gasp.
Speak to your people. Perhaps they will know more.
Aye.
I will speak with you later.
Fair hunting.
And we have completed the quest, Storvacher Caged. With that, I think I'm gonna end it here, given, you know, my regulars have left me because they have important things to do. I've also got important adulting things to do sooner than later, unfortunately. Even if work is closed, I do have to do some other stuff. So, for right now, I'm going to call that a stream. So, typical outro stuff. I have a Twitter. You can follow me on Twitter if you want to get updates about when I'm streaming, what I'm streaming, polls that I'm going to throw up about things that I might stream, like the art stream that I mentioned earlier. You should also follow me here on Twitch if you enjoyed what you have watched. But Twitter is where I throw all of my stream related updates for, like, if I'm not streaming, if I've missed something, if I am gonna be doing something different. All of my polls go on Twitter. You can also follow me, or rather join us, on Discord. So I have a Discord server. My tweets are also posted on there if you are not interested in following somebody else on Twitter or don't have a Twitter or whatever. All of that stuff now also goes on Discord because I have a bot that does it for me. And also the stream updates automatically onto my Discord. I have like channels for that. I got bots anyway. So, all of that nonsense goes on Discord. Also, I feel kind of weird doing this right now when a whole bunch of people are out of work. So I'm going to preface this with, if you do not have it to spare, stop listening now. But if you like what you saw, if you have it to spare, I also have a Ko-fi account, and you know, the whole thing about everything that's going on right now, I don't have work until we open up again, so I don't know exactly what's going on with that. My goal of funding the capture card and stream deck has been achieved. So that is gonna not be immediate because, as I mentioned, my workplace is closed. So I'm not currently getting paid for this week. So I gotta wait until all of that nonsense is squared away before I go try to spend money on a capture card and a stream deck. But that has been funded. Who is... So Avery is live, and Avery was here, but firstly, we have raided Avery a lot recently, and secondly, it looks like Fox Scribbles is also live, so let me see if I can raid Fox Scribbles today, because we haven't raided Fox Scribbles in a while, and they're another Inquisition streamer that I enjoy, but they're playing Portal, and I haven't played Portal in a very long time. So, let's head over, let's say hi to Fox Scribbles, and I hope everybody has a good one. Bye, y'all.